Hello, I'm Calum Robertson and this is Knowledge on the Net. In the programme today we're going to be taking a closer look at how you can establish whether pages you find on the net are reliable sources of information, and we'll also be taking a look at how you, as a teacher, can use the community features of the web, such as discussion groups and message boards, to improve your teaching skills. One of the beauties of the internet is that it's possible for anybody to publish virtually anything. However, this is also one of its frustrations. For example, after searching for information on the web, you're often left with a number of pages that seem to match what you're looking for. But how can you tell if the information you find there is accurate and reliable? According to computer and internet language learning expert David Eastman, the first thing to look at is the domain.
One of the first things I think that people do or should do is just to have a look at the URL, the address at the top of the page, and that gives a pretty clear indication of where the page comes from. It doesn't mean necessarily that it's a good page, but if you can see edu or ac or something in the web address that indicates that it comes from a university, then it's likely that it's going to be a reasonable quality page.
One way of judging the reliability of a page is to know where it has come from. The end of the internet address can help with that. It's fairly easy to tell if a page has come from a university or college, but there are other tips that can help in assessing pages. Here are a few more from David Eastman.
The first and most obvious is accuracy. If you have a page with spelling mistakes on it, then probably you're not going to trust it. If anybody is going to create a good web page, they're probably going to spend the time making sure that the spelling and the grammar is correct. But over and above that, there are other criteria, I think, and one of them is authority, by which I mean who is the author of the page. The first thing we do with any book is to look and see who the author is, who the publisher is. On very many web pages, it's difficult to tell who the author is, or who the publisher is, or what institution it comes from. And I think that every web page should carry some sort of indication of who it was written by, and ideally it should have some sort of email link so that you can contact the person. And I think too that given that the information on the web is changing all the time, there should be some indication of how up-to-date, how current the page is. So somewhere on the page there should be something that says the date when the page was written or the date that it was updated. Then, of course, there are issues like design, how well laid out the page is, and above all, perhaps, how easy it is to navigate, because there are lots of sites out there which may contain good quality pages, but they're so difficult to move around that they become frustrating for the user. So those issues, the accuracy, the authority, the currency, the address of the page, the design, and the navigation, they're the sorts of questions that I would ask about any page that I came across for the first time.
As well as checking the domain, you can look at the accuracy of the page, who has written it, and how up-to-date it is. All these factors should help you to work out whether you can trust the information you find.